ways. Introducing managing moderators. These users have the same capabilities as standard moderators, but in addition, they can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live. Thanks for that. Has anyone got the stream up? Are we on?
Bonnie's got it up.
It's not coming on.
I'm newsing.
Hi.
Yeah, we're on.
Am I going for it? Am I talking? Am I talking?
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney fans, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris Show. It's a rain special today because we've got the Bean with us, also known as Bonnie, also known as our offspring. We have no Chris, also known as Fletch, because he is at his brother's 40th birthday party.
Is it his 40th?
It's his 40th. Do you know what's weird about this, people?
Happy
I'm
birthday,
sure you
Dan.
all have family friends that this happens to. Chris is one of 3 brothers. I was friends with Chris as a child, and his brother Dan is 6 years younger than him. And therefore, when we were teenagers rocking around, there was always this slightly annoying 6 or 7-year-old kicking around, and we called him Little Dan. Little Dan, what's Little Dan doing? Annoying Little Dan. Dan is now a lovely chap, and he's 40 and about 6'3". And we still just refer to him as Little Dan. Do you have those kind of legacy nicknames? Anyway, happy birthday, Little Dan.
It's always nice to see those Fletcher brothers.
Massive Little Dan.
Anyway, should we do some headlines?
Yes.
Yes.
Village people.
A parade by any other name.
There is no more news. Merry Christmas. I tell you what is news. We put up our Christmas tree today.
And the outside lights. We had a broken set, and then the one that works is half broken as well. But I've put them both together, put them both up in one string, and between them I've got some working lights.
Fantastic.
We have got some trip reports. I'm going to say what's coming up. We've got trip reports and some kind of viewers' letters. You know, they're not all trip reports. And hopefully we're going to catch up on the last little bits, which I teased last week, which we didn't get around to. Just like a little couple of minutes on our Halloween trip, just to finish that up.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
It is Christmas. Some people would argue it
Christmas.
definitely is not. But yeah.
Full
that's what we
disclosure,
got
guys, we do a bit of a thing when we put our Christmas tree up here. We had a film on, we put the Polar Express on, and then we ordered like from a local carvery. We got Uber Eats from a local carvery, so it was like having Christmas dinner. And then we had watched Phineas and Ferb and had chocolate Santas afterwards. And I feel crapulous, but not even in a funny way. I feel a bit ropey, like I was going to throw up. So if I leave the stream, it's because it's caught up with me. But I am starting to feel a bit better now. Anyway.
Good.
Let's go on with the Disney. Just
Yeah.
wanted to keep you up with it. So
Onwards.
Are we going to find out who's in the chat?
Yeah.
I wonder who.
Oh, is this broken? Oh, there we go. It's because I've got the holes covered up. All aboard, please!
Normal for once.
Yeah, we watched this Polar Express, so I was channeling that.
Yeah.
First in the chat today was only you, wasn't it, Bonnie? She kind of cheated
I
though, because she
cheated.
told me to let her know as soon as the stream was scheduled. Are you reading out who we got? Or am I doing it? I'll do it. Okay, she says me. Joey was here, is here. Hey everyone, hope you've all had a great week. Looking forward to a rain-based show tonight. A rain-based show. That turned out to be difficult to say. Have we had a good week? I've started Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
I've had a lovely week. I've been directing a panto and all week, and so yeah, we're all in full Christmas mode. Bonnie's in 2 Christmas shows for which she's rehearsing. I'm directing a Christmas show. You're just
I am a Christmas
you
show.
are a Christmas show.
Lauren's here. Evening all. Christmas trip equals 32 days to go. So excited to see DLP Christmassy for the first time.
You'll be full season by then as well. There's some discussion at the moment of them doing this like half season rollout. You're going to get the full shebang.
I've noticed that when I've got the phone held like this, it uplights my face, and we should maybe get some uplighting, because when I turn it off, look, I go all dark. Anyway, that's no good to the listeners. Who else have we got in the chat? Oh, it's scrolled all the way down. Emily says, 31 days. My bestie has no idea she's on a 21-day countdown. Eek! She's had such a tough year. Disney magic is so needed. I think I'm more excited for her than mine.
Oh, I get like that when people I know
sorry.
go for the first time.
For her trip than mine. That makes sense.
Do you know the reason? Sorry to keep interrupting your chat, but you will never go to a Disney park for the first time ever again once you've been. And as much as we love going every single time, there's nothing like the first time on Main Street. So when I know someone who's going for the first time, I get so excited for them. So excited for them.
Unless you have amnesia. We've got John in the chat and Random Burger, who says, hi everyone, ready for some DLP chat fun? Andrew H is here. Evening all, hope everyone's well. I'm feeling a wee bit disappointed as I've had to ditch my plans for a pre-Christmas trip to DLP. Need to save a few pennies. But on the plus side, I now have longer to plan and save for a longer and more indulgent trip in the spring, ? Excellent. Well, you know,
Yes.
good and bad there, I guess, isn't there? But at least you're looking on the bright side. Yeah. And user ZY9EI9IU8H is in the chat. Who says, here we go, everyone. Buckle up. It could be a bumpy ride. Andrew H says, looking on the bright side. # yes. Very good.
I used to have a shrunken head hanging from my wing mirror. Not wing mirror, the top one.
Yeah.
And then
rear view mirror.
And then I failed my MOT because I didn't fail it, but it was an advisory on my MOT because it was an obstructed view. And so the mechanic took it down, but he cut the string, so I couldn't really put it back up again. Gutted.
Well, Martin's
Did
in the
you
chat and
say
says,
that?
I'm here for the positive energy after a tiring week. You obviously didn't listen last week, Martin, because I think me and Chris were quite negative last week.
Well,
Smigaroo is here. Hi, chat. 2 days for us until DLP Christmas times. And Lisa says, evening, folks. Back from Walt Disney World last week, trying to beat the Disney Blues tonight. Confess I've already booked DLP for next summer. Monkey with mouth covered. In defense, worried prices will go up more after the announcement. Probably will.
well, there's a Black Friday situation I have to discuss with you at some point, Huey, because we need our Walt Disney World tickets for next year, and attraction tickets have got a Black Friday deal on.
Okay.
But it's a difficult time of year to be forking out that amount of money. So let's talk later.
Yeah. Andy P is in the house, as is Hannah and Eddie. Andy's asking, is Woody dead? Not sure what that's about.
I was pondering on Toy Story 5 today because we watched The Polar Express, which is, of course, Tom Hanks's voice. I was thinking, is there not going to come a point when well-respected actor Tom Hanks says, I don't think we should do any more of these? I feel like he has the power to do that.
It's easy money, isn't it? John says, Polar Express is a Christmas Eve film for me. What a classic. And Rosie says, sneaking in a 10-minute watch in between things at work. 20 days to do for Walt Disney World.
We need to get some quality content in this 10 minutes then so that she doesn't go away disappointed with the waffle.
Yeah. That is, of course, Flying Flusky, if you haven't seen on Instagram. And what else we got? Joey says, you should do a 37 Disney Street panto.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, yes, it is. Mel is here. Mel, we've got a trip report from you. Hello, watching from the car on the way home from London. Went to see Disney crossover at Selfridges. It was epic. What's that?
Oh, yeah. No, we reported on it last week because they've got the big castle outside. But then also I think they've got some brand deals inside as well.
Yeah. Are attraction tickets safe? Asks Joey. Always seen them offering good deals, but never know if they are secure.
I have never booked attraction tickets before. I have always done it through the Disney website. I don't know is the answer, but it's a very, very huge, reputable company. I can't imagine they are not safe. But generally, they are a smidge more expensive rather than cheaper than the Disney website. However, with the Black Friday deal, I did the maths, and I do think they're coming cheaper than the Disney website now. Question is by how much, and is it worth it? Because we'd rather wait before we forked out the money. Yes. Anyway.
Bit of news?
Bit of news. So let's talk about this parade by any other name first of all, because you know how we reported last week that they're starting the Christmas season and then they're rolling out a bit at a time, so they keep adding things. They've added things, so we've now got a Princess Hub show going on, which it was pointed out, and I don't disagree. When we used to do it. Back in the day, there was the Princess Castle Stage Show, And they've done all sorts of things on that castle stage. Do you remember watching things on the castle stage?
Kind of. No. Yes.
I feel like
I
they've
don't
been
know.
renovating it forever.
We've been on that stage.
We have been. Do you want to tell that story?
I think we told it before, but we've been invited. We were invited up to do some prancing about and catching something on stage with Winnie the Pooh and friends.
This is when we were like
What?
19 and 20.
And
we went
I
together.
nearly stepped on a gopher's head. Is it a gopher?
Yeah.
A gopher. And cast member had to kind of pull me away.
Well,
I was getting overexcited.
we went in the early 2000s when we were first going out, and the secret is they pretend to pick someone at random for the audience, but they don't. They come up to you 10 minutes before. They kind of scout you out and say, would you like to be in the show?
It's still
And
kind
then-
of random. It's just delayed a bit.
Yeah.
And then they kind of position you somewhere.
It saves time later.
So they went and got people from the audience, and then they were spitting carrots out of
Carrots.
holes, and we had to catch the carrots,
Yeah.
and then give them to Rabbit. And then as we were walking off stage, Huey went, "I love you, Rabbit."
It's because I feel like I had to say something like vaguely amusing. I said, "I love you, Rabbit," but everyone just looked a bit scared.
So there you go.
So what you saying about Castle Stage?
Now that they have these stages in the hub that they do parades for, and they've kind of got a bit of a rhythm with that, haven't they? They do a season, they do a separate parade where they stop in the hub, and then they do a little show on those. So it's like, are they going to do shows on the castle stage again? It feels a bit like useless now, and that's one of the big like draws of Disneyland Paris is they designed it so that they were able to put on shows there, because in other Disney parks they always do them right in front of the castle, which is inconvenient. Anyway, just thinking through. The other thing they've got going on is they've had some quite elaborate kind of Rolls Royce open top kind of cars, and they've used them a lot in the past under various skins. They used to do parades in the studios with them. Well, they've reskinned them again to work as like a little mini Christmas cavalcade, and we've got Stitch in a Hawaiian shirt, and Max Goof and various things. So you've got a little extra little cavalcade that's going a couple of times a day, that adds to the Christmas wonder. We also have here a picture which we can't show you because we don't have all the technology with Chris, but of the projections on the castle for Christmas after nightfall. Now, don't they look good?
Hold it up.
We can. We'll credit DLP Reports. It's their photo.
Is this their photo?
Yeah.
But is it their photo? Because is it like from a press thing? Oops.
Don't mess with things.
I'm gonna hold it up. What did you just zoom in?
No, I'll get it back. 1 second. And
Anyway, this was on.
no, it's not. It is a press thing.
Yeah, because it won't exist yet. But we did find it on DLP reports. It's the castle hall. It's hard to see on here, but
it's like almost wrapped up as presents, and each tower and turret has got a different colour and a different ribbon, and looking real nice.
Yeah, that does look good. I like it when they make castles look like presents.
One of the best nighttime spectaculars we've ever seen is when they did that with the Tower of Terror. Do you remember Goofy's?
Yeah, Goofy's Christmas thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you then.
That's what it was called, Goofy's Christmas thing. Yeah.
Goofy's Christmas thing. And then it was like a Tower of Presents, and the Tower of Presents fell down, and then it was like rocket ships. It was really, really good. And they did all the lasers. I wonder.
Do you remember that, Bonnie? No, you won't, because you'll have been 3.
Yeah. True. I wonder when Disney Adventure World is up and running, if they're going to do those nighttime spectaculars on Tower of Terror anymore. I bet they're not, because they've now got a lake and a drone show. So they're not going to do some projections on Tower of Terror. But honestly, I preferred those to the castle ones, because they were always quieter. You always had a better view, and they did some really creative things. We also watched the Star Wars one, and I cried at a Star Wars nighttime spectacular. I think it's just the music and the ambiance.
Joey said she saw that in 2018.
It's good. In it, Joey. Right, let me get back to things. So that was kind of a quick thing. Is there anything else that's come up for the second bit of Christmas? Yeah, we've got Aurora and Flora, Fauna and Merryweather in the castle courtyard being cute and gorgeous. Again, checking your app to see what times they are. I can't quite see them from here. But Christmas is ramping up. I think it will go full pelt now on the 1st of December.
Christmas is starting now.
Right now.
Somebody else saw it as well. Incredible. You see, it's getting some love from the fans. I just don't think it's as easy to sell as a castle show is.
No.
Anyway.
It's easy to project on it because it's flatter a bit.
Yeah.
And also, like, just the viewing area. I think it's just because it's not as busy, because it's just not as popular. It was just a pleasanter experience.
Yeah, that's why it was
anyways.
enjoyable, because we could see, we had space around us.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Also, the Star Wars one, it was a really foggy day and it's a laser show. So in many ways, we couldn't see it, but lasers look amazing in the fog, like really amazing. So we actually looked out there. Right, that's it for that piece of news. There's not a lot of news today, I'm not going to lie. So do we want to talk drinks or do we want to fire some questions? Bonnie's just going to sit there looking cute, aren't you?
Well, we've got enough to be getting on with, without asking for questions.
Right.
I mean, keep them coming if you want. We'll see. But yeah, we've got plenty to be cracking on with.
Right. Let's talk about the village then.
Yes.
The village is there's things afoot in the village. First of all, they've announced the opening date for the sports bar, which let me check notes because I have to switch apps here. Yes, so the sports bar will open. This took me by surprise, and I'm wondering if I missed something. The sports bar is opening on November the 22nd, which feels very sudden, given that we were there a couple of weeks ago, really, and it was like full scrim, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the sign's up, renovation's finished, and sports bar is opening.
It's amazing what they can do behind that scrim, though.
That's true.
Could be finished. True. Just, take it down. It's done.
They've issued some press. Well, do you know what? I'm going to hold it up for you. Some pictures of food that will be. Excuse me, I'm having issues. Food that will be available. So you're talking big sandwiches.
Big sandwiches.
Big sandwiches. But I'm quite glad that it doesn't appear to be burgers because there's enough burgers going on, but they look like good old French baguette sandwiches. There's going to be breakfast and one of the biggest croissants I ever did see. I'm not sure if that's meant to be sharing or if they're trying to get you the energy to go around
it's like
parking.
A dinosaur's turd.
There's also a little granola bowl there, which
granola bowl
I'm feeling at the moment. And of course,
granola bowl.
Some themed cocktails, which is nice. Although I thought sports bar were all lager and chanting.
Lager, mega, shouting, mega.
But in addition, and this was the shock, this prompted when there's real like eyebrow raising news when Chris sends us it midweek, don't you? So the arcade area that's at the back of the sports bar, if you're familiar with the village, there might be some people listening who've never been. You have a bank of shops and then there's a break in the shops and then another bank of shops. So that break in the shops is like a very wide corridor. You can go down, there's some toilets at the bottom, and there used to be an arcade down there, and it was a put your money in the slot kind of arcade. And I often wondered who's coming to Disneyland Paris with all this entertainment and how expensive it is, and then going and putting euros in Pac-Man. I really did wonder. But not many people, apparently, because they've decided to change it, and they're changing it to Pele Soccer, which is like a football shop.
What does this remind you of, Bonnie?
Oh, no.
Tell them.
The
Tell them what
White
they do.
Rose demolishing the Disney store and putting in its place Leeds United.
Leeds United shop.
I'm completely agnostic about football. I'm also brought up non-religiously, and I feel the same way about football as I do religion. It's like it's fine for other people. Have at it. Just doesn't mean anything to me. And when your most favourite treasured shop in the whole wide world, which was our local Disney store that I used to work at, is taken away from us and then replaced by salmon pink football kits, I get very upset.
Yeah, it's a shame when it's replaced with something like we will never, ever set foot in the Leeds United football shop. Not because we're Man U fans or anything, just because like we're not a football family, so we will never go in that shop. And it's just, to us, it's a waste. But it's in Leeds, so it's gonna get some use.
Yeah.
And it's probably well loved.
And at
just not by us.
At Christmas, there'll be a heck of a lot of people getting Leeds strips under the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So it'll do amazing business. We just scowl, we growl, don't we? When we walk past it, we do a little growl. Go, It could have been a Lego star. We would have been okay with that. But let me show you these pictures. It's not only going to be football. It is the blandest looking, like, outlet store thing possible. There is no personality.
It's a tribute to Pele, isn't it?
Was he bland and soulless as well?
I probably wouldn't say that, no, but
I mean, there's just no design. Oh, there's a green circle in the middle of the floor. But I mean, I can't describe how completely without character this store is. Now, there's been some criticism of other Disney stores kind of going a little bit out left village, but they've been designed to go that way, and they've always got like big swooping ceilings and things like that, even if they don't have characters hanging from the This is depressing, but it makes no difference if it's depressing or not, because we ain't never going in. Now, tell me, people in the chat, do you love football? Are you yeah, I can't wait to get to
user ZY9 is pointed out that Pele was flamboyant.
Was he? Is he a current footballer or an old footballer? Is he like a George Best footballer, Pele? Or is he still around doing his thing?
I don't know much about Pele, and I know that's ridiculous because he's...
I feel like he's Argentinian, isn't he?
One of the world's most famous footballers that ever lived. I think so.
Why are Paris
this is how like non-sporty we are. Like even your most famous footballers, we can't really tell you where they're from or what they're about. Absolutely
Brazilian,
not, says Ed.
Oh, and he died. Oh, and he was old. He was born in 1940, so he must have been... Okay. Right, honestly, it could have been like playing for Man United right now, and I wouldn't have known. There's people chuckling at us.
I know. Let's move on, because we're just making like fools of ourselves here.
Okay, so that's going on in the village. But what else is going on in the village that I find a little more distressing is not distressing. It makes me go like this. Oh, is that Annette's beloved Annette's that I've got one of my loveliest memories of, like going with my mum when I was a teenager and things, is closing for a major refurbishment on January the 5th. Focus on enhancing the kitchen. Now, I read that sentence and I was like, oh, thank God, it's the kitchen. They're getting new fryers. And then it says, and renovating the dining room. I mean, they can't un-Annette Annette's, can they?
I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried it's gonna have that pine finish that everything's got.
I'm wondering if somebody in the 21st century has said that giant woman's backside is inappropriate these days. But it's a very characterful backside, isn't it?
Just as long as they keep that Americana diner aesthetic, because if they take that away, then the only place that's got it left is the Super Diner. And the Super Diner is tiny, but it's cool in there. It's a proper little diner. It's amazing. American-style diner.
That might now be one of our every trip places, don't you think? That Super Diner.
I did enjoy it last time.
We did.
Except I can't really eat much there.
No, but we've got the hack.
We can bring food from the other...
Bring food from somewhere else.
Stark Factory, bring it over. Yeah.
Do you think...
Also, we had the shawarma, but I really was not hungry when we had it.
You're not?
Not at all.
I was...
And I could taste that it was delicious, but I struggled through it. Really struggled. It just wasn't in that salty meat place. But it was nice.
Oh, no. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, have I not got faith? Well, and it is what it is. They can't put pine tables in this, can they?
I think there's a 65% chance it'll be worse.
Oh. I can't see it being better. That's the problem. I can't see them like really... You know, they did the Beaches and Cream and the Beach Club, and it used to be really like candy cane colours and stuff.
Yeah. I'm
concerned about it.
There's this thing, I don't know if it's a cost thing or if it's a taste thing, but yeah, bit by bit, all these really characterful places are getting like stripped out and just made to look a bit classier. And classy is not why most people go to Disney.
We don't go to Disney.
We go there for the character and the like. I like the stereotype of the Wild West and your diners and things like that. I don't want it all to look like a nice hotel.
I work in theatre, as you guys know. I have got a lot of friends in theatre who are massive Disney fans, and everybody keeps saying the same thing. It's just like walking onto a set. That's why we love it. Everywhere is like a theatre set, even the shops. And when the hotel rooms and the shops and things stop being like theatre sets, it stops being what I love about Disney, which is really sad. We've done it a few
Not
places.
everything needs to be IP based.
No, that's the other thing.
You can't take every little tiny thing and bam, put Stitch in the middle of it.
It's just merch as well. If they make a really boring hotel room and then just put pictures of things or shaped cushions, it's just merch. Whereas when they build it into it, when they make it like a pirate's ship, bedroom or something, that's theming. There's a difference between having a theme and theming. Anyway, that's my thought. So, other news about the village before I get on that rant, 'cause it's a very popular rant. The new McDonald's will open early 2026. Again, this is I've just got it so fixed in my head that the Disney Village is like this decade-long refurb that I'm quite surprised when things open. I'm like, oh, something else. So brand new McDonald's 2026. Cassie Guilia, thank you. Are you going to pronounce that for me?
Casa Gia,
Gia,
I think. Gia
is taking the place of Planet Hollywood. So again, we never went in Planet Hollywood, so maybe we're hypocrites, but it was a really iconic building, and it's a wood-clad kind of bistro-looking place, but it's an Italian restaurant, and it's owned by the same people who own Rosalie at the other end of the village, so expect similar things, but Italian. So that's going to open at the end of 2026. Once they've got up to the sports bar and they've got to that beginning of 2026, they're going to close the Disney store. The Disney store that's currently got the things hanging from the ceiling and there's big statues everywhere. And they're going to replace it with something called Disney Wonders. Let me get a picture of Disney Wonders for you. This is kind of what I'm on about. I wish I also had a picture of the Disney store as it is now. Just talk, Huey, while I do a thing.
What do you think, Bonnie?
Just
we've got nothing to add,
leave
Lucy.
us
While
alone.
we're
Oh,
waiting.
dear.
leave us alone.
I'd have to change the subject too much, so just
Okay.
pick the picture up quick.
So again, this is what I mean. Very pretty, but this is going to be what the Disney store is going to be. Can you see all those hard edges, all those angles, all that bright lighting?
It's that wood that doesn't look like a big hunk of wood, like hewn from a tree in the forest. It just looks like it's made of wood. So it looks like pine or something. And there's a lot of this wood paneling that doesn't look natural and cozy. It just looks like a bit IKEA-y or Yisk.
Do you know what the theory is from a retail point of view? I understand the theory from a retail point of view is you don't want anything to distract from the merchandise. You want the merchandise to be the thing that draws the eye, and therefore people spend more money. But I don't think Disney struggles to get people to spend money when they're in Disney. But I think that these little tiny things, like kids these days are not forming those memories that we formed. Like I remember going in the Disney store in the Disney Village when I was a kid and having the memory of the things and the guys and the clapperboard at the top and all the thing. And it's got the balloon in it, isn't it? It's just, anyway, it is what it is. It's modern day. I could moan about lots of things to do with modern day. I'm an 80s kid at heart, but hey.
Andrew H says, I had too much beige and magnolia in my middle-class Middle England childhood. Disney was and should remain a joyous kitsch escape. Also, I mean, I like IKEA, but I don't want a 600 quid. I don't want to pay 600 quid for a holiday at IKEA Land. Agree. Yeah, we like IKEA. We went there last week and had lunch.
Wish upon a stars. Oh, we did. And I declared, me and Hugh like to have lovely lunches. Sometimes we go out for a lovely lunch. We go somewhere nice. And I declared as we walked through IKEA, well, that was one of the lovely lunches I've had.
She was saying this as we were walking out, and people could hear what she was saying, and it sounded so sad.
I had meatballs and mash, and I loved it. The cafe at IKEA, honestly.
I gave Lucy my peas.
I did.
Yeah.
This is marriage for you. Right, guys, that's pretty much all I've got. Village and parades. And now we can talk about other things.
Well, I just wanted to tidy up our trip report. I've only got a couple of things to say, really. One of the things we noticed was people, right? We went, Bonnie has 2 weeks off in October, and everyone else in England has 1. So we went in the first week where there'll be no other Brits there. And I forgot this while we were there. And we were just having our trip, enjoying our trip, and I wasn't really thinking about that. And then on the Sunday, as the day we were due to leave, all of a sudden there were British accents everywhere, and I didn't realise until I started to hear them that we'd not had them previously, because everyone else's conversation you can tune it out because I can't understand it. Spanish, French, German, it's all going on, and it's just a murmur in the background. And then all of a sudden that Sunday I was hearing like, Michael, we need to walk down here, Michael, and like, whoa, can we get a hot dog in there? And all of a sudden, I was just hearing these inane conversations, which everyone else was probably having, but I couldn't understand them. It was just a nice background noise. And so I'm glad we left when we did, because I don't want to put shame on my fellow Brits, but I don't want to hear what they're talking about because it's mostly boring.
But I quite like listening to inane conversations, the kind of conversations you hear between husband and wives in shops, because it always feels so real. When you hear someone going, do we have any peas in the freezer? Oh, don't know, forgot to look. I really like hearing stuff like that. I don't know why. It's a little vignette I enjoy.
It's parents telling the kids off. I could hear a lot of that.
No, we don't need that.
Anyway, yeah, it's just interesting to know. Noticed when there's an influx of Brits as we were leaving.
You also said...
What? Careful.
Are you gonna...
Oh, yeah, the eyebrows got worse, I noticed. That Sunday.
Says you can tell British people have arrived because the eyebrows have got really weird.
No. They got bizarre. The eyebrows became increasingly bizarre throughout the day. We'll say no more on that. It's true, though. So let's truth bomb. Brits have weird eyebrows because they can't stop faffing about with them. It's true.
Checking my eyebrows now.
What else? We've talked about the village because I had a little subtitle that says village deco, etc. We've discussed that, haven't we?
I think so, yeah.
Annual pass. Is there anything to say about annual pass? Anything new or different that we noticed?
We got 15% discount consistently. That was nice, although it did used to be 20%. I personally missed the dedicated entrance. I know this is so diva of me, but it can't cost much, and it feels so. That's what gives people FOMO. It gives the full experience.
That's something that feels like a perk.
Yeah.
When you go, we can go in this entrance, and I know it's like, you're flashing your money a bit there, but that's such a small perk to give.
For what you pay.
Yeah.
Now, did we get any other benefits from being annual pass holders? We got early magic hours, even though we're staying off site.
Mm-hmm.
We got free parking.
Mm-hmm.
But all of this was factored in when we decided to do that and stay off site versus going in a hotel. If we'd got a lesser annual pass that didn't have early magic hours and parking, we might have chosen to go in a Disney hotel or not chosen to get an annual pass. So it doesn't feel like a perk, really. It's just a weighing up. There wasn't any pop-up surprises when we were there. I don't know. I really used to feel like Miss Thing having an annual pass. And other than being able to flash it in restaurants to get some money off, not so much. Shame.
The only other thing I wanted to say was under attractions, I put web slingers just so I can point out that I finally beat Lucy.
Yeah. finally.
But do you know
mine
what we
didn't seem to be
realised?
working.
I was sat in the seat you're normally sat in.
Yeah.
Could it be as simple as that? The further left you are, is it easy to score points? Although actually, the last time I was doing a lot more of the pulling
Yeah.
technique,
Yeah.
shooting and pulling as opposed to just shooting.
Yeah.
Are you getting better at web slingers each time?
I have no idea.
You've no idea. Well, it's hard to keep
I
track of
keep
your
on
score.
forgetting
Isn't it?
to keep track of my score.
We need to start writing these things down. And people in the chat have been saying it as well, so we can get some kind of leaderboard.
I forgot. Was it Cheryl? I can't remember who got posted their score, and it was exactly the same as mine,
Oh, was it?
Really?
which was quite suspicious. Don't you think?
I don't know.
Like maybe there's kind of batches of numbers instead of it just being like completely, unless it's just a complete coincidence. But you know, when you're talking like 18,567, and then someone else gets that score, you're like, that's a bit weird. I won in our cat, and I was the third one in the car, says Cody.
I've been like
Cody's Travels.
the first one to get in the car, meaning I'm like the furthest one. Usually, that's the one.
Well, it depends what side you're on, because they face both ways, don't they?
Oh yeah.
So I was furthest away from the side you get in at.
Yes.
I'd gone all the way in to the number one slot.
I always go in the same one.
You do, don't you? It's
Yeah.
because you usually go between me and Pops. You're a little sandwich. But last time, because I know what I'm aiming for and stuff, and I kept doing this and nothing would shoot. So I don't know if it was like dodgy at detecting me or if my technique had gone. I don't know. Anyway,
that's all I really want to say about the rest of our trip report. It's mostly just noticing the influx of Brits on the last day and thinking, oh, right, yeah, I'd not noticed until I'd noticed, if you know what I mean. There was one woman in the queue for Big Thunder Mountain who, as we passed her, it was weird because there was a family behind us, but then I think she got separated, and so she was further down. So we passed this woman, but she leaned over, and I think I might have said this on the show, and she went, Mama Bravo, but she did it right in my ear, and I whipped my head away. Did I say this on the show?
no.
And she went, oh, sorry. But I made a point of, going in my ear. There's a lot of people shouting at the families into ears, I've noticed. So be prepared if you go into Disney, Disney in Paris for the first time. People will shout in your ear to get the family's attention. And I find if you whip your head away, like you're appalled, you get your message across that don't shout in my ear, please.
But I mean, I think that Yorkshire people in general, who we surround ourselves with in life, I think we've got a very gentle way of speaking. I mean, like the accent's quite gentle, it's quite low, it's not a barking thing. And I even sometimes feel like when I spend a lot of time down south with southerners and things,
with insulted eyebrows.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying there's just a generally slightly like higher pitch,
higher register
of speaking, and it always takes me a bit like, why are they shouting? I just think it's a natural thing because we spend our life with quite gently spoken
Although if you go across from us, people start to talk like that.
That's also true.
So maybe your theory's not entirely correct. Maybe it's just us. Yeah, I think, right, okay. We've insulted enough people for today, I think.
No, I'm just pointing out that we generally, culturally, are used to softer spoken people.
Maybe it's our fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's us, not them. But it is a bit of a shock. Right, okay. So let's do a trip report.
Yeah.
You've just chatted for a while. Shall I read the first one? Or does Bonnie want to read it? No.
We've got like a short one and a long one. Let's read out like a listener letter first.
Okay.
This one. Yeah, do that one. This is from Sarah Jane.
Okay. I'm just preparing myself.
Unless it is a trip report, I've forgotten now.
Well, we're going to find out. Hi guys, I'm Sarah Jane, SJ, and I've been listening to your show on Spotify for about 3 years. Oh,
and you're still not sick of us.
Still listening as well, which has made what would have been some very long, boring car journeys to our Leeds office from Nottingham my favourite part of the week. Well, you are going to Leeds, so That's going to be the favourite part of anyone's week. I've never managed to make a live show as I work in the NHS. I'm a dance teacher at the weekend. Yay, me too. Help to run Girl Guide group, and I have 3-year-olds, so life is pretty hectic. You sound like our kind of people, I have to say.
Sounds like you.
She does sound like me. I don't work for the NHS though. I do teach dance. I don't run a Girl Guide group. Our family are huge Disney fans, and we are now on a very excited countdown with 6 days to go until our DLP visit. When was this sent? 14th of November. Oh, good, we're in time. We aren't strangers to DLP. This will actually be my 11th visit. That's what did we work out 12? We're about
I
that.
can't remember. It's about 11, 12, yeah.
We're about there. And I'm still just as excited to go as I was for my first visit. Christmas is our favourite season, and the majority of our visits have been at Christmas time. I visited as an adult with a group of adults, with an 18-month-old and with a 3-year-old. I've travelled by coach, car, Eurostar and plane, and stayed in 3 of the on-site's hotel, so I've experienced a lot of different types of visits. I was very privileged in February of this year to do my 10th visit to DLP by accompanying a group of 10 rangers, the older age range for girls in Girl Guiding UK, as one of their leaders. Some of the girls had never been abroad, never been to Disney, and one had never been on a holiday at all. Oh, that's lovely. It was an absolutely magical experience seeing it through their eyes, and one which I will never forget. You're a Disney angel, Sarah, SJ. I wanted to say hi and also a huge thank you, as I've picked up lots of tips from the show. Hoping you might be able to give us a shout out on this Sunday show. I will make sure it's playing on my way to the airport on Thursday morning. Yay! Myself, my daughter Ava, oh, that's a cute name, my mum Karen, and friends Vicky and Jane will all be travelling together, and we'll be super excited. Thank you so much for making such a great show. Stay magical, SJ. That's just beautiful.
Hey guys, have fun, everyone. Have a great time. I'm shouting over the traffic in the car. Have a lovely time.
If she's travelling on the M62, there won't be any traffic. Although she's Nottingham based, isn't she? But she's a lucky lady. She gets to come to Leeds.
Yep. Thanks for that, Sarah. Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Tapping your code, Bonnie. We're on Bonnie's phone right now. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. The thing about seeing something through other people's eyes, you forget how nice that is, because I was watching a video the other day. It was a guy. It was the video was titled something like Gen Z listens to ELO for the first time. It was something like that, I think. And I got so much enjoyment from watching someone listen to a band that I was raised on.
Yeah.
And it was just, he'd never heard like Mr. Blue Sky, Evil Woman, or all these like big ELO hits, and he was loving it.
Yeah.
And I just sat and watched him enjoying it. It was great.
We also watch, well, you've been watching an American YouTuber who's like doing travel videos around the UK. I don't know why, you've shown me a couple, but they go to like York and stuff. Well, Hugh's sister lives in York. It's a big kind of go there for shopping and Christmas market.
Had my Christmas party there.
Yeah, we go to York
for work
4, 5, maybe 6 times a year for one reason and another. It's quite local to us, and it's just a shopping town. And then when you see it, somebody else go as a tourist, and you hear them rave about it, you're really like, oh my god, yeah, it's beautiful. It's an amazing.
They
city.
tend to do all the things I wouldn't do, like they visit all these sites. It's like
They walk the city walls and stuff like that, don't they?
I went to Bath earlier this year, and everyone I told at work, I said, oh, I'm going to Bath at the weekend. They go, oh, are you going to go to the spa? And I look at them and go, no, no, absolutely not.
That's you though.
I had 5 guys and ate it in my room. Although when I told Lucy I was having 5 guys on my bed, she was like, what are you doing in Bath again?
Yeah.
why have you been sent to Bath? Anyway, it was for a publishing thing. Right, here's a message from another Sarah. This is not a trip report. We've got one of those to come. Sarah says, hi, I am Sarah, 35. I live in Kent. Sorry, this will be long. Now, it's not long because I've previewed it, and it's not long at all, Sarah. It's just fine. I've just found your podcast very late, but enjoying the tips. I'm the only one in my family who loves Disney, but still gone a few times. Find it hard to find someone who likes Disney as much as I do. We've said before there needs to be like
The Disney dating app.
dating or like a pen pals type of thing or whatever.
I want
whatever
to
you need.
arrange a meetup.
too.
I do. I just want to talk Disney with Disney people. That's all I want.
Sarah's been to Paris 6 times, been to California and Florida, but long time ago now. Here are a few stories of Disneyland Paris for you. Hope not too boring. Just lovely to have the podcast about Paris and not about the other parks. You guys really make me smile when I'm doing my boring job as a self-employed cleaner. First trip was in 1992, in the year it first opened. I was 2 years old in that December. I can't remember much, but on the film we have at the end, Mum asked if I liked it. I said no, and if I wanted to go back, and I said no.
That sounds like a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Funny now, as I would go every year if I had the money. Being with school, which was fab, as it was my first time. Good friends at the end of it. My worst time, or say adventure, was in November when I went with a friend, and it started really well. But after day one, I found I had a hole in my trainers, the only pair, so I got wet socks. Brought a lot during trip called feet. On the way home, there was no Eurostar because of the really bad snow. We stayed one more night, and then the next morning we sat on the floor on the train to Paris. Bus to the port, where we got stuck in a big crowd waiting to go on the ship and car home. We took a very long time. I thought my friend will never talk to me again, but she did. I love Disneyland Paris, but food and snacks were never on our mind. We just have a quick food like McDonald's and always have breakfast in the hotel as we're on a package holiday. Only time was the last one was a special dinner. I like to try snacks one day. I have a scrapbook for all the times I've been. I've been to 2 hotels. One was the Disneyland Discovery, I think. Discovery.
Yeah, there is a Discovery Hotel. I think it's in that area
Right.
where the Magic Castle is. I don't know. We've not stayed there.
Hotel Cheyenne, which is my number 1 hotel, close to the park and fun. Last time was 2018, a long time ago now. Went to the Disney Hotel, which was very special, but I couldn't get into the minibar in the room. Oh, the minibar in the room. Funny. This was a great trip. We got extras, which was really good. Thank you again for the great shows, and please keep it up. You bring a bit of magic into my life. Here's a picture of my best tattoo of Eeyore, my favourite character. Thanks, Sarah. P.S. I've just got an access card. Is there anyone who has one and knows what happens? Also, I would like to do a solo trip one day, but scared. Is it fun?
I've done a solo trip, which is a bit different because I did it run Disney. So I was very much kept busy the whole time. And because there was other runners there and we were standing waiting for the race, it was quite organic to talk to them. Whereas I think it might be a bit different if you're in queues. But it's a real personality thing, isn't it? Because I've travelled, see, even now I've got a family, I'll go on day trips on my own. And I quite enjoy travelling on my own. It doesn't bother me travelling on your own. I think if you're someone who doesn't mind sitting in a restaurant on your own, you're absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's just a personality thing. And you can be so busy at Disney, can't you?
I sat in a spaghetti house in London, and I had a Tesco voucher, and they put me on a table by the coat rack, and then they took away the only other chair that was at the table, and people were reaching over me for the coats, and at the end I had to go, oh, I've got a Tesco voucher, and they said you can't get your drink with that because I had a beer, and they made a big scene. Everyone was looking at me, and I was like, I know, that's fine, I'll pay, that's fine. Oh, it was awful. This is from Mel. Here is my trip report from the epic day trip we did on Wednesday. Right, this is from Mel. Travel. See, we like the subheadings. I had the crazy idea to do a trip to Disneyland Paris in one day. The goal was to start at the end of the day on the UK. Rather surprisingly, my partner agreed, and I went ahead and booked the tickets and the shuttle. We normally do a family holiday in October half term, so we agreed with everyone that the holiday would be on the south coast to make it work for us. The shuttle was booked for 4:16 to Calais, which would get us into Disneyland for 9 a.m. after the drive. We haven't done this one, have we?
I don't think so.
I've recently been diagnosed with ADHD. This totally explains my impulsivity. So knowing that I would need to get a priority card, I decided that we would need to get an earlier shuttle, get to the park earlier, and be ready for entering at 9 a.m. So that meant leaving our holiday house at 12:15, arriving at the shuttle for 1:15, and boarding for 2. Luckily, the girls slept in the car for the majority of the journey. I got to sleep from Calais to Disney, and my poor partner had to suffer the whole drive.
Oh, no.
Arrival.
They drove the whole drive.
I think so.
Oh.
Arrival. We arrived at 7 a.m. and waited to get into the car park. That's eager. At 7:30, the cones were moved. We paid our way in and parked on the first row. Headed to the park and straight over to guest services to pick up the priority pass. Had no trouble picking it up. Didn't have to show my ID, just my access card, and we were set. As we wouldn't get into the park until 9 a.m., we headed into Disneyland Hotel just for the vibes and a quick visit to the shop. We headed to Rosalie's for some breakfast and walked back to the disabled queue to get in. Park time. Park life. As the clock struck 9, the gates opened. It's got a message, Bonnie. Do I swipe it away? Yes. As the clock struck 9, the gates opened and we headed in. A quick trip to the shop to pick up a lanyard, hoodie, and some shoulder pads, and we were off. All the essentials.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
We get a shoulder pal each, don't we?
First ride of the day for us always has to be Big Thunder Mountain, and with the priority card, it made our day a lot easier. In total, we managed 20 different rides throughout the day. Big Thunder Mountain times 6. What's HSM?
High School Musical.
HSM?
It's
Hyperspace Mountain.
Hyperspace Mountain times 3. Indiana Jones times 2. The card allows us access through the Premier Access queue for every ride, and we waited no longer than 15 minutes for every ride.
Ooh.
Food! We had to try the different themed snacks for Halloween and mid-morning headed towards Market House Deli for the brookies they had on offer. We used the priority pass to bypass the queue, which for someone who struggles with anxiety is rather hard when people are staring and muttering at you. Got our snacks and enjoyed both versions. Lunch is always a nightmare for our family with 2 picky eaters, and after walking around the park for what seemed an eternity trying to please everyone, we agreed to Mickey sandwiches and sat in Central Plaza to eat. Where'd you get Mickey sandwiches?
From Market House Deli, they're just sandwiches that are shaped like Mickey. They're pretty cool.
The afternoon snacks consisted of Gibson Girl ice cream for the girls. Sadly, the Jack Skellington ice cream had sold out. Yes, we experienced that. And I got a champagne from the cart outside. We enjoyed these whilst waiting for I bet you did, waiting for the Halloween parade, which sadly didn't stop for the dancers on the stages as the weather had turned rainy. Character meet. We didn't really meet many characters. We saw some of the villains in the courtyard. Cruella, the ugly stepsisters, and stepmother, who were so funny. We saw them.
Yay.
Maleficent. And my daughter Belle had a fantastic interaction with Gaston. Around 2 p.m, I went over to Videopolis where Minnie was meeting. She had been my favourite character forever, so a meet was important to me. I managed to get a return visit for 3:15, so we went on a few more rides. We returned to Minnie at our return time and waited around 10 minutes to get in. Upon seeing Minnie, I was in awe. The girls had a lovely interaction with her and it made my day. After the photo pass photographer had taken some photos, I had my last hug with Minnie and turned around. My partner was down on one knee.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't
expecting that.
We're all shocked and asked me to marry him.
I thought you were going to say he lost his contact lens.
No. Obviously, I said yes. Asked Minnie for her approval too and left with a massive smile on my face. What has already been an amazing day, it just turned into the best day ever. Asked Rapunzel, as Rapunzel would say. I always video my character meet, so I have the whole proposal on camera thanks to the photo pass photographer who had worked out what was happening. Quick thinking, everyone all round. Congratulations.
That's amazing.
End of the day. We knew that we would need to be driving away from the park at 7 p.m. to get back to the shuttle for our return at 23:16.
How many champagnes did you add?
Turns out that I'd got the wrong time and it was actually 11:46, thankfully. In true style, we ended up running late, running to Earl of Sandwich for some food to take with us and leaving the park around 7:45. I'd have been a bit anxious by that point. We drove up to Calais, the weather turning on us into incredibly rainy and hard to drive in. Right. The sat-nav took us through some very quaint French villages and finally onto the toll road. We were running late to get back for the shuttle, and to top it off, we were running out of petrol. We managed to check into the shuttle with 45 minutes to spare. I completed my skip tax inside, and we had 10 miles of fuel left in the tank. We arrived back in the UK for 11:15, so completed the immense task I had set.
That sounds like one of our journeys, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it quaint French villages?
Mm-hmm. Not, petrol dwindling away. Final thoughts. Overall, the day was a huge success. Hard going, but so worth it. To anyone thinking of doing an extreme day trip, I would advise it. Obviously, having the priority card helped massively. But if you plan the things you want to do and don't expect to do everything, then you will have a fab time too. Thanks, Mel.
And a proposal. Someone in the
Oh,
chat,
no.
the chat's disappearing too quick and I can't get it up. But someone said that takes being the magic a little too far. What's they said, Bonnie?
That proposal's taking Be the Magic pretty darn far.
Pretty damn far, yeah. Andrew Heaver. Wow, that's so lovely. That's can't top that.
Yeah. Well, should we call it quits then?
Indeed.
We can do.
We've got 5 minutes. Do you have anything?
Yeah, we have a self-imposed hour-long show. We could just finish early. If you want.
We could do. I'm just sure there's always Disney things to talk about. I know we like to talk about.
Tiki cups.
Oh, we
And
haven't done.
mine's empty.
Oh, were you waiting for us to talk about it to fill it? No, you've just emptied it.
No,
We've got our Christmas cups out now.
I've not.
No, do you know what, Bonnie? I felt bad because I got you a drink, but I just used one you've been using.
Normal cup. Yeah, well, this isn't Disneyland Paris, but we are booking our October trip for Disney World next year, and we're going to do 6 nights in Disney World, 3-night cruise, 4 nights in Disney World, with the possibility of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party while we're there. But we go on DVC points. Now, most years, I'm like scratching together some DVC points to make sure that we can stay for the full time. Yeah, it's nice that,
It's
isn't
not
it?
this massive Disney bauble.
Yeah.
The heck?
So that's why we're staying like Old Key West for a certain number of days, because you can get a night for like 10 points there, and then that means that we can afford to go to Polynesian for a couple of days at the end. So I'm always kind of like juggling points. I looked at our account today and we've actually got ample points to stay wherever we want to stay for the entire 10 days. So that's left us in a bit of a quandary in that we don't know where we're staying, do we?
We don't want to waste them.
We don't want to waste the points. We're certainly not going to go, right, that's it, preferred view at the Grand Floridian for the full 10 days. Because also that's not our priorities, really, that kind of thing.
I do want to go back to Saratoga Springs, though.
You see, that's normally like the cheaper option, but you really like it, don't you?
And we still haven't walked from there to Disney Springs.
Well, the preferred rooms at Saratoga Springs are the ones closest to Disney Springs, so we could pay a bit extra in points to get a preferred view. If we've got the points. Preferred room.
Yeah. We're not bothered about
I do
distance, though.
want a longer
No,
walk.
you like, I'm going to say, Daddy likes a longer walk, doesn't he?
Mm.
We've never been to the main pool there, have we?
It's never been open.
Nope. And then we were thinking Polynesian for the last 4 nights.
Well, I think Polynesian, we were thinking we're going to Halloween. A Polynesian Halloween thing could be quite cool. It feels like that's kind of a Halloweeny resort. Like, what else could be Halloweeny there? What's a Halloweeny resort in Florida?
I think Wilderness Lodge could be Halloweeny.
Yeah. But I think Polynesian.
Think of any.
I'm thinking of the tiki masks and
The only one we've never
things.
stayed at is the boardwalk. So we were thinking of doing the boardwalk just because we've never stayed there. But then it's one of those things, like, I think we would be doing it just because we've never done it rather than that's our dream destination.
One day we will have done it.
One day we will.
Are we in a rush to do it now?
She's wise, isn't she? Also, if we're staying at the Polynesian and we're doing Mickey's Not So Scary, it's a quick trip back.
Yeah.
We could even walk back.
Yeah.
If the transport's looking bad. So that's something to think on. That was me and my Disney topic. Do you have any more Disney topics? It's 29 past. I packed the time.
No, let's wrap up.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. I've been Lucy. These have been the Rains. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Here comes a big finger.
Bye.
Where is it? Oh, there we go. Bye.